2:13. It's actually a happy day. I had enough sleep. Sleep is where you dream, and your dreams you figure out things you don't know what the hell you're figuring out. I woke up in the middle of a few of them, and I really don't know what the hell I was thinking about, but it served me well enough that I'm relatively happy today. There ain't hardly nothing left in this thing. So I really got to find else and part of my happiness. You can definitely live without it. I've done it. I like it a lot. Young, way too many problems. Didn't know escape. Life is full of that stuff. When it's time for me to go, I will definitely be sad to leave. But I'm hoping, pretty much expecting, that based on my life experience, just like the movies, I'll be like, I'm going home. It was a nice journey. It wasn't always fun. Trust and circumstance got me through it. And openness to Daddy. I mean, nobody's got my channel. Only I have my channel, and the same with any of you. Individual connection to the Great Spirit, the Creator. We call him God. Some of us call him Jesus, but Jesus was his son, not God. Became God, part of God. You go to heaven and you're done here. I don't know whether or not Jesus was ever going to be called again. I mean, he may have been done. I have a feeling I get called on a lot. Do the best I can, whatever I got, what I do. Eternal trust. Not in humans, of course. I figured that one out along the way. I got bit enough. But trust in Daddy. Trust in good. There's a lot of things that I'd like to do. A lot of things. But you can't do everything in a body. I still want to call Richard, Stephen Marchese. One day I'm going to do it. I'm sure it'll be fun. But as usual, I'm in a hurry. She always wants to go out for entertainment. We go buy things. I like buying things too, but when I buy things, that means I'm buying more work for me to do. That takes a while to get done, so I don't need to be buying things all the time. I'd be stashing stuff and just blowing up and not doing nothing with it. I didn't have time. Making a quick and easy would hopefully probably cost us a little bit less than what you get at the dollar store. Made stroganoff, but instead of putting hamburger in, I put discounted pulled pork. At regular retail, that's pretty expensive stuff, but I think we got it for like $2.50. Get the scissors out and snip, snip, snip. Because I ain't got no teeth, but I like the taste. And got like three big servings. They're not babies. I eat a lot when I eat. Not like that. It's the size of a TV dinner box, but it's full, not half full. I'm going to make my own Salisbury steak and gravy meals with potatoes. And whatever sauce was left in the pan, that's all going into the potatoes. I'd add corn, but again, I can't even chew it anymore. I like a lot of things I can't eat no more. It's all got to be soft. Yeah. I miss potato chips and pretzels and Doritos and corn chips and you name it, man. Guy at work that got screwed by the system because he didn't pay a lot for his vehicle. He just basically junked it and got another one with new tags, new insurance. Just get that thing out of their sight. You know, you're gonna do that, and I ain't got a month to fuck around. I gotta work. The fact. So lucky for him, his mom lifted the restraining order about a week before that. So she pitched in, or his stepfather pitched in, and got another vehicle and got $500 for the old one and paid some debts to his parents for helping him out. He's a gambler too. He's thinking that he should try not to be quite so much, and I was like, that's a really good idea. Set aside whatever number you think you can, and that's your number. Don't go past it. You win, you can spend that. But the number that you set up that is doable is the number you can play, win or lose. You win a lot, you spend a lot. You don't win, you don't. Never going to get rich gambling. Unless you're the house. If you do, that's what makes it enticing. But it's most people could live 100 lifetimes or more and never do it. I'm pretty proud of him for being able to figure out his way around the system. But I I can't just fucking junk the inside down. I mean, I really can't. I paid for it. I paid for it new. It's had a problem since it was new, but fixed the problem. It still looks and acts exactly like it did when it was new. It's still new to me. So I ain't giving it up. I'll wait. I'll fix it. I might actually get more mileage than I ever got because I should. Modifications. Yeah, that's called improving. The back fence is going to be a real hassle. Every single piece is going to be custom fit. To have the backyard private would be awesome. I'm a private person. The front yard is actually a lot bigger. That's public, at least to Groove Lane and whoever comes through. But I kind of like it that way. You feel part of something. I want to be part of nothing huge in my personal territory. But I do like being part of something small in my personal territory. Arguing with the groundhogs is much better than arguing with humans. I pretty much figure everybody that lives here is grateful to have a peaceful life. I haven't heard no arguments and nothing. I think even the grump at the end of the way is actually thinking I might not be that bad person by now. Well, some people do start out as grumps, but I really don't think he started out as a grump. Could have. Little Rascals had some grumpy people, but he's not a bully. So I don't think that he grew up as a grump. I think he got grumpy because of what happened to him when he tried to do his thing. I don't think he tried to get over on anybody. At least I just don't. I might be wrong. I always try and see the best in people and prepare for the worst. He's got peace and quiet, so do I. We both like it. It'll stay that way. I am so grateful for that maple tree. It is like a really huge umbrella. When the wind blows, you gotta worry. Especially, Superstorm Sandy knocked a couple of branches off, but it's still standing. So is the big one that I'm worried about even more in the front. It's taller. What I got is awesome. I don't think that I could personally handle without a riding lawnmower or much more. And there's so much room for improvements. It's going to take, I don't know if I get it all done by next year or not. Because what Daddy gave me, I can do things, and yeah, I'm very so grateful. Thank you, Daddy. I say that a lot. I say it every day. Thank you, Daddy. Yeah. Every day, more than once, a lot. Not just because I'm supposed to, but because I'm seeing why. Thank you, Daddy, because I'm supposed to doesn't mean much. Thank you, Daddy, for allowing me to be me along my journey, whatever that time is. That means something. I felt it. I didn't say it just because I was supposed to. I have had a lot of guidance from him. Not humans, obviously. Some of them try, but the only thing they can show you what they see, and I see things that they don't. Sight beyond sight, it's a rare thing. And believe it or not, there's a lot of different kinds. We wouldn't be what we are if there wasn't more than a lot of different kinds of sight beyond sight. Always a rush. Even when there's no place to go. Yeah, that's the rush. There's always a rush. I actually need a certain amount. I crave 12 hours a day sleep, which is a lot. Doesn't leave a whole lot of time for anything else. I think when my day life, if it ever becomes that much more important than my dream time, then I won't need my dream time so much. Let's see if I live that long. I have bad habits my grandparents don't have. Pop-Pop's starting to get really frail. My family and I don't really communicate, so the reason I heard that is because, well, actually I seen that when I visited for Christmas, but I called my grandmother. Didn't do that much either. But she was like, at the moment, everybody's more worried about your grandfather. He's in the hospital. He can finally get around with a walker. He's got something he grew up with too. Don't waste energy, don't waste money. So he's got his thermostat always low in the winter, and he doesn't use an air conditioner at all. And as the body gets older, that hurts. I'm hoping I can get him up here a couple of times, at least once. Like I said, I know he can be rude sometimes. Not meaning to be. He's actually a really nice guy. People do that, actually. Not necessarily intentional, just kind of, oops. I don't even know if he knows the word oops, but he does. But he's grandpa, and although I might try and remind him, he's still grandpa. So I got the water still boiling in the kitchen. The house is almost basically one big room. It's like a hut. dividers. But just Diane and I living there, it is quite functional and quite what we need. I'm expecting her to start yelling, "Oh, Jeff, I can smell it. What are you doing?" Turn it down. I know I'm doing something. Getting tired. Yeah, I try and be in bed by 12, but especially when you don't get home till 12, it's kind of tough. But overall, I think the schedule I'm working is functional. I wouldn't mind. In fact, I'd like to be a manager of some sort again. It had to be functional in the context of better than what I'm living now. I have relative freedom. No health insurance, no dental insurance. Those things are so way out of my league in terms of paying for them. But the little things I can do. Not all little, but by comparison to those two things, little. Once, if that ever happens, I get everything done that I want to do, and then I want to try and figure out how to save some money. Diane used to save it really well, and now she wants to spend it all the time. Transition, she earned it. She used to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, go to work at 4, not back until 7, drink for 2 or 3 hours, go to bed, wake up with a hangover, and went at 4 again. It was functional. The only reason I'm here is because she saved. I learned, she saved. Then I gotta go make my potatoes. I want a potato cake. I'm gonna have beef stroganoff on the side. Not tonight, I made a lot of it, so I have, and again, I don't have to chew it, which is what I have to make nowadays. When I'm hungry, I like it to be ready. I don't mind making it, but not at the time I'm hungry. I'd like it to be ready. Thank God we got microwaves. If I prepare it ahead of time, all I gotta do is nuke it, and it's ready to go. I don't look forward to winter because it's so fucking cold, and the snow is the worst. That's the thing I hate most about winter. It's dangerous driving. Summertime is so freaking hot, but at least it ain't dangerous driving. And if you got air conditioning in the car, it's a definite miracle and a blessing. Ah, boy. White Hulk loves you. Can you love him back? That is the question.